Hey, what's up? How are you doing? What's in it for me? I've heard that before. It's so quiet. I hear you, Buff. Let's turn the AC up a little bit. It's kind of cold. Gentle hugs. Oh, you're so kind. Thank you. Thank you, Ian. Ian Carey. It's so quiet. It's like super duper quiet. You're too kind. Thank you. I appreciate it. I don't know what to do. Guess I was just get on here and talk to you guys. Really played video games 4 days or so. I guess I just got bored. Hopefully I get back into it. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna yawn. Ah. Yeah, I think I'm doing well today. How are you? Is it nighttime over there? Was it like a 12-hour difference or so? You must be up in like the middle of the night. Huh? I don't get it. Error. More than one ingestion is using the primary URL. Send one stream to the primary ingestion URL and one S. I don't get this. What the heck? I don't know what's going on here. Ah, YouTube, you're killing me. I am dead. I don't understand. What the fuck? Why is it doing this to me? Is it showing an error on your end? It shows an error on my end. I don't get it. Let me look this up. What the fuck is this? No, I didn't. The fuck? I don't understand what's happening. Okay. Is it showing an error on your guys' end? Because it's got a big yellow thing at the top of my end showing an error. If it's not showing an error on your end, then I won't bother with it. But if it is, then I'm going to restart the stream. I don't know what to do. Everything will be fine. Man, I wish. I wish life worked out like that. Okay. Awesome. I guess it's just my screen. What do you want to talk about? I hope you're feeling better, happy farmer. It's almost time to take my meds. Then I'll start feeling better, I think. I hope. Feel a little off. Excuse me. Sorry. Tired. Had to get up early. Didn't nap when I got home. No, that's not a good thing. Dang it. I'm sorry. May God protect me. Yeah, he fucked up on that one. Jesus forgot about me. Yeah, I feel horrible right now, too. What the fuck, man? I feel kind of nauseous. That's weird. Why? Hmm. Just all of a sudden, I don't know why. XP from the chat. What's that? I'm not even getting anything. What? I guess it's just because I suck. Come on. I got 7 minutes before I take my meds. Ugh. Maybe that's why I feel like shit. I've been no, I usually take my meds without food. I know that's a bad thing. But, I don't know. I feel weird. Oh, yeah. I think the more you chat, the more get the, I guess, XP, whatever you're calling it. The one who chats the most gets the crown. That's how it works. You like me very much. Okay. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. It's always a nice thing. As long as it isn't taken too far, of course. You don't turn out to be like a stalker or a serial killer. Hello, Jack. How are you? Okay, that would be cool. Yeah, I haven't really gamed a lot in the last few days. I was saying that a bit ago. I haven't touched it at all today. Yesterday, I only played 2 rounds of Black Ops 7. Then I turned it off. What else am I looking for in the desert? Meteorites? No, fuck. I kind of like gave up on that one. That's like one of the first things that I started looking for in the desert, but there are so many things that look like meteorites. It just you're wasting your time. There's so many rocks out there, and then everything has like this desert varnish. It's called desert varnish. Uh, they all look like meteorites. I always, whenever I go out in the desert, I always find something interesting, but I don't go specifically looking for meteorites anymore. You really need to go where they've already been found, and you can look that up online. They have the coordinates, but I've never been to one of those places. I found all kinds of cool stuff, and I have like equipment to like, I have like rock saws, so I can like cut the rocks open and see what they look like inside. And then I have what's called a cabbing machine, so like I can like shape them and polish them and make them look awesome and put them in a display case. And haven't really done that in a while. My girlfriend's downstairs doing it now. She does it way more than me. I have to be in the right mood. And just, it's rare for me anymore. Just always tired. It's a depression thing. I'm all fucked up. Holiday pics. Where'd you go on holiday? Looking cute? Who? Okay. 2 more minutes till I get to take my pills. Beware of the Joe Dirt meteor. It puts the Joe Dirt in the hole. Ooh, Auto Trader. Yeah. That's a space peanut. Yeah, okay, whatever. 1 minute. Oh, Vegas. Wow. Bet that was interesting. Yeah, like apparently, like my therapist has never seen Joe Dirt. I'm suspicious because I reference it a lot, and then I reference The Big Lebowski as well, and apparently he's never seen that either. I brought it up again today. I don't get it. Come on, man. How has he not seen that? He's like my age. Oh my weenie, you don't even know what I'm dealing with. Maybe the pills are for cancer. Jesus Christ, man, you're so mean. This guy wants me to die from cancer. Can you believe this guy? Mr. Waxaho. Man, everybody shame him. American Pie. Oh God. Red flag on the therapist. Jackass. Yeah, never got into the Jackass movies. Really, because before Jackass there was CKY. And I got into CKY before the Jackass movies, and I didn't like my dad, and like he immediately found out about the Jackass movies when they came out because of his friends at work. He thought it was funny, and I don't want to do anything that my dad's into because he's an asshole to me. So I never really liked the Jackass movies, even though it was the same thing, the same people. I just immediately just didn't like it. So sucks how like people can ruin experiences for you before you even have them. It's like that with a lot of things. So that's one of the reasons that I quit smoking weed as well. So yeah, a real man I can lean on. Okay, like the Marlboro Man. Confused. Love me lots. Well, thank you. Appreciate it, Bobby. Yeah. I get that. When did I stop smoking weed? March of last year. Mm. Yeah, but then I'd have to learn a different language, right? Like 311. What songs do they actually sing? Like Amber? I think that's the only song I know. I think that was them. Yeah. I mean, it depends what you consider sober. I take medications. I count on my medications today. I've been telling you guys I take 16 medications. I was wrong. I take 17. That's just the pills. And then I got the shots. I also take Skyrizi every 3 months, and then I do a Mount Haro shot once a week. So I'm on 19 medications. It's crazy. It's a lot. Yeah. I mean, I think that's a lot. I could be wrong. I don't consider myself a junkie. Like, I'm not addicted to the medications that I'm on. I don't. There's no true euphoria with them. They don't make me feel amazing. So I could stop them at any time if I needed to, but I think they help my mental health problems. Excuse me. Skyrizi is for psoriasis. I um I used to do these UVB light treatments, and I started that in like 2012, and I would go to the doctor's office 3 times a week until I got my own light unit. You need a prescription to buy this unit. I don't know, it's a machine. And I use it so much that the dermatologist I had over the years would always tell me that if I keep going at that rate, I would end up getting skin cancer. And I would always tell them that I don't care. Like, I'd worry about it then because I needed it now for my job. Because when I worked in the adult industry, I had to have clear skin or else I couldn't make money to take care of myself. And then later on, these shots became available, but they were so expensive I couldn't afford them, and my insurance didn't cover them. Like my Skyrizi shot is now like $9,000 every 3 months. My insurance doesn't cover any of it. So I'm in some type of program with the manufacturer to where they give me a card and it covers the whole amount. I don't know how it works. Like, why is the manufacturer giving me like this credit card that covers the whole cost of this prescription? If they're the ones making it, then they're not making any money off of it. I don't get it. I don't understand how that works. Then why would they charge $9,000 in the first place? But I've been on that for almost 3 years, and it works amazing. I'm so glad, because if not, like, for example, like, after leaving the adult industry, I just like basically let myself break out, and then I would just be in pain all the time, and it looked horrible. But then when I went to massage school, I had to use my light machine, and I had to do it every single day because this one wasn't as powerful as the unit that I would get to use at the doctor's office. And I have to do it for 30 minutes every single day. And it was just wrecking me. I'd get basically a really bad sunburn, and I have to do it for 30 minutes to be able to do it long enough to clear my skin every single day, just standing like in my closet with this machine, and it sucked. And I have to do that every single day just for 9 months to get through this massage school, because they wouldn't allow you to work on anybody if you had like broken skin, or if they had broken skin. And I did that. And then after that ended, I went to see the dermatologist here because I got new insurance, and they put me on it. They gave me a couple samples to get started, and then I got signed up through the program. It was like a little bit of a hassle at first to get started, but I eventually got in it, and I'm grateful because saved me. It saved me so much of a hassle and like a lot of pain, and hopefully I don't develop skin cancer later on, but yeah, maybe I'll still end up getting it from all those treatments I did, but I stopped, thankfully. Yeah, $9,000 every 3 months. Crazy, huh? The weight loss medication that I just recently got on is $500 a month. No, I'm hoping I don't have to be on that very long. I'm making some good progress now. So, yeah. I don't know. This world is messed up. They take advantage of people that need medications. Like it's just so wrong. It's not just me. It's like people with cancer too and other conditions. No, I don't have to use the light. I'm not broken out, but before it'd be like patches all over my entire body, and it looked terrible and it hurt like shit. And I don't have to use the light. I still have it in case something happens and I can't afford my health insurance anymore, which is most likely going to happen at some time in the future. I don't know. My life's going to fall apart at some point. I'm scared to death. I try not to think about it, but I do think about it a lot, and I don't want to think about it. My health insurance is it just keeps going up every year, and this year it's $798.66 a month. It doesn't cover everything. Like I still have copays. Like I went to see my orthopedic surgeon the other day to go over the MRIs. Well, okay, so I went to get an MRI last week, and the copay for the MRI was $400, even though I have insurance. I still had to pay $400 just to get a fucking MRI. And then I went to see the surgeon to review the MRI. That was $85. You see what I'm saying? Like, just because I have insurance doesn't mean that everything's covered. And it sucks because I can't cover the stuff on my own. I used to have a wonderful job that I could take care of all this stuff if I needed to, but now I don't. And I don't know how I'm going to make my life happen ever again. And I need it now more than ever. And I'm scared shitless. And I don't know what to do. I don't want to think about it. Just, uh, try to think about something else. But eventually I'm going to have to think about it. I'm going to lose everything. That's just how it is. Fuck, man. Yeah, I'm on Mount Haro now, so it seems to be working better than Ozempic. Ozempic didn't do anything for me. I gained weight on Ozempic. Talk about movies. Well, I hear Brokeback Mountain is a good one. I don't know. I've never seen it. Somebody bought the soundtrack for me, and I listened to it. It's interesting. It's just a bunch of like men grunting and weird moaning sounds. I don't know. Uh, I don't think it's my thing. I say the movie's good though. I don't know. Cinephile, I think you should go to prison. Like, yeah, that's where people like you belong. I'm just kidding. Hello, David. David. Lost in Space is a movie. I used to watch the show as a kid. Used to like it. Like Danger Robinson. I don't know what I'm doing. I apologize. Really interesting. I started watching Wishmaster 2 um, earlier today. I was trying to fall asleep. I like it, but couldn't fall asleep when it was on. I thought I was going to, but it didn't work. I didn't fall asleep. Mm. It was just on YouTube. I was like, oh, well, since it's on YouTube, I might as well watch it. Do I like dinosaurs? Like what? Like that animatronic type movie or show, whatever it was? Fixing motorcycles. What kind of motorcycles? I have a tiny motorcycle, a little Honda Grom. I don't ride it though. It's too scary. I don't like motorcycles. Like I've had to ride it on the freeway a couple times. The fastest I've gotten it was 72 miles an hour. Fuck, dude, it's so scary. That thing wasn't meant for freeways, but I had to take the freeway to get to this other place I was going. Riding with my motorcycle friend, and Shit, I didn't want to go. I didn't want to go there. Like, fuck, it's so scary. I don't like it. I always feel like I'm gonna wreck it. Harley mechanic. Oh my gosh. That's where I got my motorcycle certification for my license. I went to a Harley dealership and I had to ride a big old Harley. I think it was 2 days. Pretty sure it was a 2 day course, and it had me on this big old Harley. Like, I don't know. I think it was like 400 cc's or something. I don't know, but it was way bigger than my Grom, which is 125 cc's. Like, I was just thinking, like, man, why can't I just bring my little motorcycle here and like use this for all these tests? Like doing this, like all these tests on like this huge motorcycle that I'm never gonna ride anything like this. It sucked. And then on top of that, like I was stupid, like, and I was like high, like I had totally blazed, like before I went in to do uh the little like the class, and like the both of the instructors were former police officers. They were former motorcycle cops. I'm like, I don't know how I got away with that. Yeah, I was a little too comfortable, I guess. Man, I'm so stupid, right? I'm so dumb. Like, what the fuck was I thinking? It's like, I'm here for the motorcycle class. I'm totally not placed, bro. Whatever. Oh my weenie. Oh my god. There's like this dude like that ride that lives like on the other side of the street, like a little bit down from me, rides his sport bike. Like he leaves at like really early in the morning, at like 1 or 2, and he's like opens it up and it's so fucking loud, man. It's just like, why do you do this? It's just so fucking loud. Like you're speeding, like trying to wake everybody up or something. It's super annoying. It's like, hey, everybody, look at me. I don't know. I guess I just thought. I'll be right back. I gotta use the restroom. back. Sorry. Pawn Stars. Old Vegas. I don't know. It sounds kind of shady, dangerous. Like I had to go to like the other side of the strip, like basically like the eastern part of Las Vegas, um, to see my shoulder surgeon. And like, once you cross over to the strip, it starts getting like shady. Like I don't feel comfortable there. Like I wouldn't want to be caught there at night. I wouldn't even want to be there in the daytime, but especially at night. It may have been good like in the 50s or something, maybe in the 60s, but not now. It's not good. Fuck, man. Everything's expensive here. No, I get it. Yeah, I get it. I totally get it. Fuck, like, I remember staying in a hotel in 2015 and like buying a 32-ounce bottle of water. It was like $8 for Aquafina. I was tripping out back then. Must be like $15 now. Nice. Yeah, that's crazy. That's scary. I don't know. I feel bad, but I get nervous around drug addicts too because they're unpredictable. But I would consider myself an addict too, but I'm not like I have limits to what I would do for my addiction. And I've really only been addicted to weed, but I have limits. I don't like steal or hurt people or break into cars, kill. I don't use weed anymore anyways, but it's a desperate feeling when you're about to run out. So I don't know. I feel bad for people that go through addiction. I've been in inpatient rehab. I've been around all those types of people coming off drugs, and some of them are just fine. They changed and they seem like normal people when they're off the drugs, but some of them are still fiending and their personality doesn't change. And they will still do crazy things to try to get the drugs and still lie and cheat and steal and set you up. And that's just their personality. They'll never change. Yeah, I don't like coffee. It doesn't work for me. But when I was in that rehab, that was like people's drug of choice. They would limit you, like they had these little tiny coffee mugs, and like the program, you had to be commit yourself to it for a year. And like if you got caught doing drugs, like they would kick you out immediately. And if you were court probated there, like if you were forced there by the courts, like and you were caught doing drugs or you voluntarily left, they would call your probation officer and they would come and pick you up and you couldn't come back. Like I saw people go all the time. But coffee was a drug of choice, and like they'd have a donation list for people's families if they wanted to donate things. coffee was the number one thing. And they'd have like this big like coffee brewing pot like to brew coffee every morning for people. And I worked in the kitchen in the beginning when I was staying there, and they would make it super strong, like to the point where like I would get like almost like I would get nauseous from drinking it. Like it was so strong that I'd have to go out the back door, and I thought I was gonna be sick. And that's how they liked it because it's like it's a drug. Coffee is a drug, and they made it so strong because that's the only drug that they could get, and it went fast. They would steal coffee grounds from the kitchen. They would steal like large cans of fruit, and like a couple people got caught making like that prison wine, that Pruno stuff or whatever it's called. Uh, yeah, it's crazy. There was somebody that got caught because I turned him in hiding like cigarettes in an Altoid tin underneath my pillow, like trying to set me up. And he got busted with meth too. I wasn't about to go down for that shit. That's what I'm saying. Like they'll frame you for it. But yeah, like I got to a point where like I was you'd only get two of these little cups of coffee. That's all they'd allow you. But I started getting privileges because like I got to be where I was in the band, and I would take care of the chickens as well. And the guy that was I'd take care of the chickens and this guy's horse, and he was like one of the like mentors in this program, so he had his own like spot in this house, and he had access to a coffee pot, and he would tell me like, oh yeah, you can go in and like drink as much coffee as you like. So I would do that, and then I had a friend in the kitchen, and like I was supposed to get up early in the morning and go get like gather all feed the chickens and gather all the eggs, and then take them to the kitchen and wash them so that the people in the kitchen could use them for to make breakfast. And so like I would first I'd get up at like 5 a.m., but then it got to a point where my friend was in the kitchen at like 2 a.m. So I'd start getting up at like 2 a.m. and showering and going to the kitchen and drinking coffee, like, getting all fucked up on coffee and just hanging out and chatting. And like I shouldn't have been there, but it was fun. Like, I don't know. Good times. I don't know. That place was there was so much drama there. Anyways, oh man, the Ember sure is a lot of trouble. Man, the taking care of the chickens is crazy, man. Like one time I accidentally dropped an egg in the chicken coop and it broke, and all the chickens just came running over super fast, like pecking at it, like eating it, and tripped me out. So I dropped another one on purpose, and they started eating it as well. And that's when I realized that chickens eat other chickens. And then there were some times that like I got up in the morning and came to feed the chickens and gather the eggs, and there would just be feathers everywhere and like the remains of a chicken. Like one of the chickens that was sick like had died, and then the other chickens had just eaten the chicken. It was crazy. Or like, there was like a weak one out there, and the that guy that did like the rodeo, he's like probably in his 70s. Like he was in charge of like, he's like a mentor, and like he'd have me like be his assistant. Like he'd be like, on his horse and like doing that like yeehaw like roping thing like on like a I don't know, it's like a bale of hay with like the little horn things on it, and then I'd have to like take it off for him, and then he'd like do it again. He's practicing, and like he'd tell me to like to take a chicken and like kill it, like and I couldn't do that shit. Like, and then he'd get upset at me because I didn't want to do that. Fuck, man. I don't know. It was a crazy experience all around. Yeah, chickens are nuts, man. They're dirty. Like the eggs don't come uh, out of the chickens like they look in the store. They're nasty. They're so gross. If they sold them in the store the way they come out of the chickens, nobody would want to buy them. Then I had like I was doing the chicken thing, and then like they had like different activities for people to do. Like everybody had to have a job in there, right? It was really like a cult. Like seriously, it was like when I got into the program, I thought it was like a rehab thing, but it turns out it's like this Christian um like a life school, but it's like a brainwashing facility and everything is based around Jesus. It's like an indoctrination camp and everybody has a job to do and everything's Jesus all day long and all night long and you have a schedule that you have to stick to and everything is Jesus and everybody has a job to do but like they had like some weights like a weightlifting area and some of the weightlifting guys would like come up to me like in secret and be like let me get some of those eggs like let me get those eggs like they'd want me to give them raw eggs so that they could eat them something to do with their workout thing or something I don't know I don't understand that but like I was friends with one guy and like I gave him some but I don't get it. Yeah. There's like this like secrecy going on with people trading things in there and yeah, I participated in that a little bit. I didn't get any drugs or anything, but there were people doing drugs in there for sure. Yeah. Whatever, it was crazy. Slurping up snakes, that's crazy. Anyways, I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, one of those things. This is crazy. They had it was a ranch. It was called the facility was in Shafter, and it's basically like in the middle of nowhere. Like there were no gates on the place. They say like you could leave whenever you want, but if you walk out the front, like you can't come back. And the thing is, if you leave, like it's so far from anything, it would take forever to get anywhere. That's the problem. And the place was called the ranch because it literally was a ranch and it functioned like that. They grew like hay or something and they like sold it off to make some money. Like if you were on like some type of government assistance, they would take that from you as a way to get food for the facility. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm sure you guys have probably heard of this before. Like if you had like food stamps or disability benefits or something like that, like they would take that and like they would use that to get food for to use to feed everybody else in the program, as well as they would get like donations from like expired food from like a donut shop or something, like that. It was just so shady all the way around. Um, then there were rumors about the what do you call it? Like the I don't know what you call it, like the top people in the program, and I really believe they were true after what I'd been through. But I don't know, it's crazy. Anyways, oh, so yeah, it was just so bad that on this ranch there was like a peach tree grove or whatever you would call it, and some people would sneak peaches off the trees, and that was considered contraband. And that's something that I would get sometimes. And like, there's this one guy that like worked in this like like a shop. It had like all these tools and old like farm equipment and stuff, and he had to hide peaches like in the shop, like amongst all this like old equipment and stuff. And I remember like getting like a peach from him, like, and it's so sad. Like you had to hide a peach because it's considered like contraband. You could get in trouble for having a peach. It's like ridiculous. Like, but yeah, like that happened. And then like that was the last year before I went into that. I started a garden with my grandmother because I wanted to do a garden with her again, and that was the last year she had a garden. I didn't know it. I wanted to do a garden with her, and that was the last year she ever did a garden, and I missed out on it with her. But she brought some like a little sandwich bag of cherry tomatoes in and kind of snuck that in for me, and I had those, and I had to keep those kind of hidden because like every day they did like basically it's like a prison. They did like a check of your bed and you made sure everything was like perfectly straight, and they would go through your things looking for drugs, and it was just fucked up. Um, my first like prison like experience because a lot of those people they came from prison, and if they didn't finish the program they had to go back to prison. So what's the difference? Oh yeah. Hello, Mr. Boogeyman. Thank you, I appreciate it. It's nice to see you. Charles Manson. It's totally a cult. I'm glad I got out of there. I could go on and on about the craziness of it and everything that happened, but I don't want to bore you guys. Been in a lot of crazy situations. I'm sure you guys have too. I don't know what I'm doing. I used to I don't know. When I was younger, yeah, gardening in general. Learned it from my grandmother. She had a large backyard, and so we always had a large garden. But as I got older, the gardening thing was mainly just an interest in growing weed. And now I don't have an interest in it at all. Uh, I've grown enough weed that it's boring. I don't enjoy it. It's too much of a chore and it's not fun. I don't like it. You like gardening? Sorry, I'm kind of boring. What do you like to grow? Oh, interesting. That's cool. Yeah, I noticed that too. Then I started attracting things that I didn't want around. So, yeah, like maybe like 3 or 4 years ago, had like a bee infestation. Basically, we had a birdhouse and like a bunch of bees made a home inside the birdhouse. And anytime we went in the backyard, these bees would just be following us around, and it kept us from enjoying ourselves outside. And we just decided to light the thing on fire. Like, I hate to be like that, but we put a bunch of lighter fluid on it and set it on fire. It was horrible. And then the next few years, it's been like, why aren't there any tomatoes growing? Like, why isn't this growing? Like, it's so strange. Like, why aren't these things being pollinated? You're right. I hate to be like that, but that's like how it was. And that's like, why aren't there any bees around anymore? It was a problem. I don't know what to say. I feel bad, but it affected our quality of life so bad that I didn't know what else to do. So I'm not gonna just buy a couple beekeeper suits and like wear those outside all the time. I don't know, man. Those bees were angry. They made me angry. A wild boar, dang, that does sound scary. Yeah, that's scary. Foxes. I saw a rabbit in my front yard the other day. Like, it just sucks because the problem we've had the last couple years is that whether it's like tomatoes or strawberries, it'll be like almost ripe, and where it just needs like one more day. And like when my girlfriend and I are checking it out, and we'll be like, "Oh, we'll pick this tomorrow." Like it needs just another day, and then we go out there the next day and it's gone. Like, what the fuck, man? And it's like there's something out there that knows uh, when it's like just perfectly ripe, and it comes and picks it like at night. And so we've had to start picking things early. It's like, man, it's either like I think it's like a rat or a bird. I think it's a rat. Like my neighborhood has got like a cement block wall at the back of everybody's house, and I've noticed that at night there's rats that come from the left side all the way. I live on the corner house, the end of the cul-de-sac, the very last house. Come from the left side, and they'll come over to my house, and they crawl down like the wall, and like I don't know where they go from that, but I know that they come in because I've seen like the strawberries. I've seen like little what look like teeth marks, like but bitten out of them, and like it pisses me off. Or like they'll like have those marks in the tomatoes as well, and it's like fuck, man. They don't always eat the whole thing. Most of the time the whole thing is gone, and I'm just like fuck. Like we set up traps, and it's like they're smart enough to avoid them. And there are two cats that roam the neighborhood because I catch them on my cameras. Like they come like to my backyard from the front yard area. I'm really hoping that they catch them, but yeah, I don't know what the deal is with that. Like they use that back block wall. It's like a freeway to come and go. And if it's not them, it's birds. Because I had problems with these birds when I plant lettuce seeds. The birds will go through the dirt and they'll peck them out of the dirt and eat all the seeds, and then the lettuce never grows. So, and then other birds will peck at the tomatoes. It's all fucked up. I tried putting netting over the stuff, but then I realized like when it's time to pick something, then I have to unpin all the netting from the ground, and it's a hassle for me. It's a bitch. Oh, I suck, man. Can't do anything right. javelinas. It's a chupacabra. I'm telling you, man. I don't know, man. How I see a lot of lizards in my backyard. I've never seen one roach in my backyard. I've never seen one spider of any kind in my backyard. It's so nice because I come from a place in California where there's a lot of black widow spiders, a lot of daddy long leg spiders. I don't remember if there's many roaches, but it's nice. I've never had a problem with anything like that in my house. Um, the only thing I've had invade my house is baby lizards. Sometimes they'll come in through the dog door, uh, and I feel bad. I always try to save them, but sometimes they go into places that I can't reach, and I feel bad. I don't want them to die in there, but I can't just pick them up either because their tails come off. I don't want to scare them. Um, I don't know. It's hard. I like them. I think they're cute. But, yeah, I like seeing the lizards. They're cool. There's what I assume are like two different kinds of lizards because some are lighter, and some are darker. I don't know, maybe they're just male and female, but they look a little different. I like to see them because, like, they'll be on the wall and they do push ups. Apparently, from what Google tells me, it's to like stay warm and to like attract a mate or something. Friends with ravens and crows. I hear they're very intelligent. Yeah. So, yeah. Sorry if I'm boring. Yeah, I told my therapist today that I've been streaming, that I was gonna stream again today, and he's like, "Well, what about?" I said, "I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna improvise. It's what I always do. I'm not sure." Well, peace and love to you as well, Georgia Girl Guy. Thank you. Didn't see any gators though. That sounds like a good thing. Kind of therapy do I go to? I don't know. I guess just talk therapy. Thank you, Mr. Mojo. I don't know. It doesn't fix my problems, but it's kind of like this. It's just basically exactly like this. It gives me a place where I can talk about my life because people in my life get tired of hearing me talk about my problems. My life isn't going to be fixed by talking about my problems. It's I'm beyond help. Probably that's just what it seems to be. I've been fucked up for so long and I need physical help and it doesn't seem like I'm ever going to get that. And talking helps. I don't know why, but along with the medication. But sorry, my dog is snoring. I don't know what I'm saying. Like, I don't think my life's ever going to be fixed. I talk about it because I don't like keeping it to myself. I feel like I just want to tell my story before I'm dead. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's a problem. You know, the couple people that are close to me in my life, they're tired of it. Like, but I can't. I don't want to bother them anymore. So I have to pay somebody to listen to me that I see twice a week. And to be honest, he's probably tired of hearing me as well. Before him, I saw a different therapist for 9 years until she retired. And then she referred me to this guy. I've been seeing him for a year now, over a year, like maybe almost a year and a half. And it's not going to cure me. But if I didn't have him to talk to, you know, I I don't know. I could go insane and just totally lose it. But now that I'm streaming here, I think that that possibility is kind of off the table because I have this as an outlet now. I can't say everything that I say to him, but then again, I've toned it down a lot with him as well. Because there's things that I shouldn't even be telling him, but this is the reason that my old therapist sent me to him because I've been seeing her for so long. She knows me, she trusts me, she knows that I say things that I don't mean sometimes, which really I should be. I don't want to say the wrong thing here. I don't know how to say this without like you guys flipping out. Like told, like, or forwarded to other people for the things that I say, but there's this trust between my old therapist and me to where she knows that I'm not going to do that. And since she knows this guy and has known him for a while, she's let him know that it's okay. You can trust Sienna and, you know, work with her on this, that she's not going to do anything crazy. Just let her speak her mind and, like, don't turn her in or anything. And I appreciate that, and I've gotten better about the things that I say. And I have good intentions in life. It's just hard with everything that I've gone through and all the people that have pissed me off and fucked me over. It's hard when people have the power to change your life and they just play around with it like it's a game. It makes you very angry, and those times that you feel like you should be able to do to people the same that they do to you, you know, like the guy that fucked me up. The whole eye for an eye thing, like, well, he cut off my dick and made the fake vagina for me, and like cut a hole through that, a large hole through that, and a large hole through my rectum, and made it to where I had to have my intestines pull through my abdominal area and shit in bags, and I'm in a lot of pain. And I had to pay him $22,000 to do that, and he blamed it on me. So I should be able to do that to him, right? It's only fair. I think that's only fair, right? That doesn't make me a bad person, and he should pay me $22,000 for that. But with inflation and everything, it's been 9 years. I think that I'll have to calculate that in. It's gonna have to be a little bit more than that, or I could be nice and just charge them 22,000. So just being fair. But I'm a bad person if I were to do something like that. Stuff like that. But this world's a fucked up place. Oh yeah, and he blames it on me. So yeah, I would blame it on him. See, like, I've never mentioned anybody's name to this day, which leads me to protecting the person that fucked me up, because I'm afraid of being sued and losing everything that I have. It's just a crazy world, man. I'm telling you. Henderson, you want me to date you and I don't even know who you are? You've typed like 2 lines in here? That's crazy, man. Henderson's a little far away from here, too. It's like about 30 minutes. It's on the other side of the valley. It doesn't seem that far, but it's quite a ways to drive. Am I on downers? I'm on a little bit of everything. I'm on 17 medications, 17 pills at least. Right now, yeah. Um, you got a problem with that? I'm not abusing it. I need it. I'm insane without it. Uh, you already understand Happy Farmer. I've told you a million times. I appreciate it. I'm sorry. But, sorry. Hey, Sam. Yeah, it's nice seeing you. I hope things are good for you. I haven't heard from you in a long time. You still in LA? Don't overwork yourself. Dang. LA is so crazy. That's a hard life, man. I don't know if it's a good place to live if you are a one percenter. The traffic is horrible. There are so many people that live there. It's expensive as fuck. Like, it's so expensive to live there. And there are so many people that live there. I don't understand how people can make it happen. You gotta be a genius with like all kinds of degrees to have a wonderful job. And then you gotta work nonstop just to be able to afford a place to stay. And then you're working nonstop just to pay for that place to stay, and you're never there. Like, I feel for people that have to live there. Going back to LA, for the last couple years for my medical stuff, I was just so shocked. Like when I'd be starting to hit that area at the traffic, uh, how many people were coming and going. I could not believe it. And how people will have to do this every single day, to and from work. It's like, how much time would they have to spend in traffic on the way to work? And how many people are late every single day to get to work? And then after work, how long does it take them to get home? How much time are they spending in traffic each and every day on top of the hours that they work? How much time did they actually get to spend at home? There's no way you can have a life. The best way of transportation is a motorcycle, but it would really suck. You can't really carry anything on a motorcycle. there's graffiti everywhere. And when I get into town, I start seeing these places that it's like this. It's so property is so expensive in LA. I don't see how any place can afford to do business there. I mean, some legitimately I understand, but like I was going to trying to get to Santa Monica last time I was there, and like I just got off the freeway and there was this like mechanic shop or tire shop or something, and I'm thinking like, man, like this place is in like a decent spot, but it's not like ideal. There's not much place for parking, and it's doesn't look like they would get much business. Like, how are they getting business? Enough business to pay for the rent of this place every month. It's not likely that they own this land, this property, because it's very, very expensive. It's got to be a front for like drug distribution, because I know from the time that I lived in LA, there are many places that are like that, probably a lot of places. And that's just what I realized. There's graffiti all over in the area. And that's pretty much the conclusion that I came to. That place has to be a front for a drug people selling drugs. That's it. They're laundering money through that place, that auto shop, whatever it was, tires or mechanics, because there's no way that place was getting enough business to pay for everything every month. There's no way. It's so expensive for land there to rent a place. So, I've never been outside of America. No. Closest I've been outside of America is Puerto Rico. And it was a culture shock for me. I really feel for you, Sam. Things are so messed up, man. What's Puerto Rico like? I thought it was beautiful, but I'd never seen a place with bars on the front of every house. every house was like it had a prison cell around it. There were very few houses that didn't. I'd never seen anything like that before. And it made me think that, man, like, crime must be really bad here. And driving on the freeway, I saw like the police showing off their vehicles parked on the side of the freeway. They had different kinds of vehicles, and they were parked like maybe 4 to 6 cars in a group, like at an angle, like with like the lights flashing, and it looked like the cartel. Like it was like they're totally like flexing their stuff, like it totally just like it looked like the cartel, man. Like that's I can't describe it any other way. Like the videos you see online of the cartel, like how they like show off their fleet of vehicles, it was just like that shit. And it's just shady, but it was nice. It's beautiful over there. The weather was really nice. It rained a lot when I was there. Um, I was sick a lot of the times because I ate peanuts. I can't have peanuts or really vegetables. With my ostomy, it fucks me up. I'm really sick, but I would love to go back. It was my first time on a plane. It scared the shit out of me. Uh, it wasn't as bad, like going from here to, I think the first stop was Georgia, yeah, and then from Georgia to Puerto Rico, like that scared me, like being over the ocean for so long. Because it's like there's no place to stop if you need an emergency landing. Like being over the ocean scared me. Oh my God. I did not like that at all. Like it didn't bother me as much being over like land. So when I go back, whenever that is, it's that's gonna be the part that bothers me the most. Being over the ocean. I don't like that at all. So mm. And I'll have a better idea next time of how things are gonna be and I can be better prepared. It's beautiful. I wish I would have appreciated it more. But it's hard with my medical problems. Like I still had like a lot of stress and attitude problems because I didn't want to be out walking around or exploring because the more I move, the more my body's digesting, and then I have to find a bathroom, and I can't talk to anybody really because very few people speak English, and I don't know how to ask where the restrooms are in Spanish, and it's different there. It's not as like sanitary. There aren't like maybe some places, but all the places that I went to, they don't have seat covers for the restrooms. Oh my god. Like it's crazy. Drives me nuts. So I'm like taking like an hour to like rip off strips of toilet paper. It's like put it on the seat. It's like it's just way different. So I could probably live there if I knew Spanish. $50 a day. Oh my god. That's not right. Jumbo jet, no, it was like, I don't know what it was. Medium sized plane. I have no clue. Man, it was so scary though. Yeah, I just have to trust them that they know what they're doing, the pilots. And it's weird, but I'd rather be in an old plane than a new plane. You know, an older, not like super old, but one that's made, maybe like 20 years older or something, that's made plenty of flights, that's reliable, versus a rather new one that's only got like, I don't know, like 3,000 hours on it or something. It's more like unpredictable. It's like, I don't know, things happen. In and out. Fuck, man. Oh, did I tell you about that one time that I had an interview at a weed shop? I was, I don't know how old I was. It was like 2010. I had an interview at this weed dispensary because they were hiring. And I came in and like I went in like sober because I didn't want to be like fucked up. I thought it'd be make a bad impression, but like when I went in, like I checked in with the lady at the front desk, and then she's like, oh, like, do you want to try some of this green crack? I got this roar bong, and I was just like, okay, like, I'm in a job interview. Again, she's offering me weed. I've never had that at a job interview before. And then I hit it, and it got me all fucked up. And they called me in for the interview, and there were three people there. And it seemed to go well. They liked me, and they said they would let me know if they were still interested. And like 2 weeks or so later, they called me back for another interview. And the it was back then. I think it was like they were offering like $11 an hour or so, and 3.5 grams of weed every day that I worked. So that was all I was interested in, really. And so like 2 weeks or so go by, and they called me in for a second interview. And like I'd always heard that if you get a second interview, you're pretty much in. Like I felt good about it, and like I thought the second interview went well, and it seemed like they were gonna hire me. But after that, nothing happened. They didn't hire me, and like I was pretty butthurt about it. But not long after that, like just like maybe a few days or a week after that, um, the place ended up getting raided by the DEA, and the place got shut down, and they were closed for good. They never opened up again. I don't remember what they were doing wrong, but yeah, I'm glad that I did not get hired because like that one of the guys, his name was Nathan, like he went to prison. I think a couple other people went to prison as well. Not everybody went to prison, but definitely the guy, like the owner. Um, but yeah, I was trying to be a bud tender, and oh man, I was so glad I didn't get hired. I was like upset at first, but then I was relieved. Shit, the young ones? I don't think so. I don't like weed anymore. I'm so happy. Nothing, I have nothing against stoners, but I feel like free of sin or something. I don't know how to explain that. It's like this demon that's had a grip on me. Seriously, man. Sometimes things just work out even if they don't feel right in the moment. Like, I'm glad that I got fired from that alarm company job, even though it was in the middle of the month and I just moved into my first apartment. Because if it wasn't for that, I never would have jumped onto that video streaming website called Stickum and started talking to people like I'm talking to you now, telling people, yeah, like I just got fired and I don't know what I'm gonna do. I just moved into my first apartment and I need to come up with this much money or else I'm gonna be kicked out and I have no place to go. And then one of you guys saying like, try going to this website and taking your clothes off. And then me being like, yeah, I'm so desperate, I'm going to try that. And then I do it. I make enough money to cover my rent. And I become a porn star, and like my life turns into something incredible. Fuck, I never saw that coming. It was amazing. I'm so grateful. Thank you guys. I'm gonna be thanking you a lot. Wish that I would have done it sooner. Mm. You guys have given me an amazing life. You ended up becoming a stoner? That's crazy. You don't strike me as a stoner type. Okay. Well, I don't know what to say about that, Mr. Mojo. Guess we'll see what happens in the future. Fearless? I don't know what to say. I guess it depends on what happens with my insurance here. It's hard because I'm already established here. My home is already paid off, and I'm afraid to leave. You know how long people work to pay off a home? Most people will work their entire lives until they're in their 60s or 70s. Some people will never end up paying off their home. The reality is, you could pay off your home, but even if it's paid off, you never really own it because you still have to pay property taxes on it. If you don't pay your property taxes, you'll lose it. But not only that, if you live in an area with a homeowners association, like I do, if you don't pay your monthly homeowners association fees, you could also lose it. You never really own your house. I fell for the scam. I didn't understand. Where I grew up, there wasn't a HOA. My parents didn't have to deal with that stuff. I would always hear my dad after he would be angry at me for like walking into my room after leaving the living room and not turning the fan off or the light off, and him telling me like, do you want to pay the electricity bill? Like, when you have your own place or your own house, you can do whatever you want, and that's not necessarily true. Even though this house is mine, I cannot cut down a tree or a bush in my front yard without first paying for an application at the homeowners association office to apply to cut down that bush or tree and seeing if I can get their permission to do so. Even though this house is mine. It's crazy. If my grass is looking dead, they'll send me a notice that I've got to replace it, or what was the word? They said replace it, or I've gotten one of these notices before. I don't know. It wasn't like put grass seed on it and water it. It was like replace it or something else. Like, or they'll find me. You know, it's nuts. It's it's uh it's no fun. I miss apartment life. Uh, Man, this guy's really direct. Okay, well, if that's what you want, I want a mansion to live in, and what else? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing with my life, man. I don't know what's going on here. Anything you guys want to talk about? Oh my god. Oh, I don't want to deal with this. Can't handle this stuff. Craziest thing I've ever eaten. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I'm not that very bold or daring. I don't. I don't know. You would probably laugh at me. Okay. So like, I have this thing where for some reason I'm like deathly afraid of mayonnaise. When I was younger, like my mom used to make like tuna sandwiches like for my sister and I wouldn't want to eat it because it was like, I don't know, gross or something, and she'd force me to eat it, and I didn't like that, and I've always been like afraid of mayonnaise. It looks creepy. It sounds creepy, like this sound it makes, and it's like I don't know how it smells. I don't get close enough to it. Mayonnaise is not welcome in my house. Um, there's one time when I was in that rehab program I was telling you about, where for lunch one time they made tuna sandwiches and they made them with mayonnaise, and I was so hungry I ate a tuna sandwich with mayonnaise. I can't believe I did that. Yeah. Collard greens. Craziest thing I've ever eaten. I don't know. Like, yeah, I don't eat anything crazy. I used to enjoy lobster until I realized that it's in the arachnid family. Creepy insect candies to zebra steaks. Interesting. I went to this place, like, I had a client. It was like one of my favorite clients when I lived in LA. It wasn't always about sex, man. Like, there were some, this is what I miss. There were just some really good people out there. And I created a bunch of good bonds with people. And he just took me, he wanted to take me out to dinner one night to this, some fancy restaurant where all these celebrities went. There were like their signed pictures all over the walls. And we went there to have lobster. And when we got there and sat at the table, they, like, these fancy waiters came and they put a bib on each of us, and like they brought out the lobster, and like it was like whole, man. It still had like the shell on it and everything. I was creeped out. Like, it looked so creepy. I couldn't stand that. Like, uh my date, my client, like my friend, I consider him a friend more than anything. Like, he had to like basically treat me like a baby and like crack it open and like give me the stuff because I was grossed out by it. That was I didn't like that, but I like it, like the meat dipped in butter. I've always liked that, but I don't like seeing it like that. It's the same with shrimp. I like shrimp, but I don't like seeing it with the legs and with the tail and like the head and stuff. I buy shrimp from Walmart, but it's like deveined, tail off, no legs. I don't want to see that shit. It's creepy. Makes me not want to eat it. I love shrimp, but it's got to have all that stuff off of it. I can't stand to see that. It looks creepy. Not for me. Camel. What is that? I had duck before. I guess that's weird. Yeah. Didn't like it. Yeah. Somebody convinced me to try duck here in Vegas one time, and I didn't like it. I don't remember what it tasted like, but it wasn't good. Yeah. I don't know. Usually, like, I go through this phase sometimes where I feel guilty about eating animals. But then, like, there are certain animals that I don't feel guilty about, like chickens or fish, because you can't look them in the eyes, and they can't make you feel guilty like other things can. Like when you make eye contact with a cow, or like a pig, and then you just get that, like, the feels, you know. With the fish, it's just like the chicken. It's just like you can't make eye contact. You can't feel guilty, so it's okay. Shark. I'm not interested in eating shark. Yeah, I think the duck was greasy, like you say. Not into it. I've had dove and quail because my dad used to go hunting with um, our neighbor, and he used to make it was fucked up, man. It messed me up. He used to make me go grab the birds after he shot them, and he used to make me twist and pull their heads off. And oh my god, it made me so upset because, like, I'd have to pick up the birds, and most of the time they were still alive, and like they'd be like twitching, and their eyes would be twitching, and I felt so bad. And he would have me twist their head and pull it off, and it fucked me up. And they're like, as soon as their spinal cord would be hanging from their head, and then I'd get home and I'd have to pull out all the feathers, and he'd like cut cut it open, and I'd have to clean out the insides, and there was always all these seeds in it. And then he would cook it, and it fucked me up. And I don't want to be doing that stuff. Man, no, man. Wild quail can be poisonous. I don't know. I don't know anything about that. I'm not into that. Um, I just know they used to drink beer and shoot them, and it's not my thing. Thank you all for hanging out with me. It means a lot. It's interesting. It's cool. Yeah. I think it's important to know because I've always had these ideas like, if I'm stranded somewhere, which I never go anywhere, but if I were to be stranded somewhere, like how would I know what animals are safe to eat? I've thought that way about plants, but the same with animals because how do I know if it's poisonous or not? Like, for example, I've heard that, um, I don't know, like on an expedition or something, they were eating polar bears and like they were having problems with like their skin sloughing off after eating like these polar bears, and it came to be that they were getting too much vitamin A from eating the liver of the polar bear. Like how do you know what parts are poisonous or not? Or like the puffer fish or whatever other things are poisonous. Plants. I know I've heard that like rubbing it against like the inside of your arm and waiting for a reaction, but maybe not everything does a reaction like that. I don't want to be the one testing it. That's why I think that we live in a pretty good time where people like hundreds and thousands of years before us have already sadly tested these things, and we know that this is safe or that's not safe, or we have the technology now and the understanding of what we can have and what we can't. So it's just I have some books on stuff like that for when I go out in the desert. That and like first aid stuff. I really should read. I tried bringing. I need to just do it. Like bring it up again, but I tried bringing it up with my girlfriend years ago that we need to do like a basic first aid class, um, because since we go out in the desert all the time, it's so far from anywhere, just any place that we go. If we were to get hurt, we're pretty much doomed, especially if we get bit by like a rattlesnake. We're not going to make it back in time. I think you have like an hour or so, and every place we go is further than that. And we've never run into a rattlesnake, but we keep going out there. Eventually, it's going to happen. We've never been hurt, thankfully, but if we keep going out there, eventually it's going to happen. I don't want to be negative, but that's just how life works. The odds increase the more time we go out there and it doesn't happen. And we need to be prepared. And we're just getting older, and I'm just accumulating more health problems. So, whatever. Wouldn't sucking the venom out be poisonous in itself, though? I don't get it. Yeah, I don't want to be the one to find out. I've got like these snake bite kits to suck them out. I never tried it, but that leads to another problem. I don't know where they are in the Jeep. And we have these things, I forgot what they're called, but they go over your legs to protect from snake bites. They go up to about your knees, from your ankles to your knees, and they protect from snake bites. Oh, speaking of scorpions, yeah, there are Arizona bark scorpions in the area. I've never seen them near my house, but they are near my house, like less than a half a mile away. I've only seen them because I've years ago I took a black light with me, just seeing what I could find on a night walk when I did a stream to recording a night walk, and there's a library in my neighborhood, and I went there and I found some uh, just by accident, looking for anything that would show up with the black light. And there was like a colony, I guess you call it, of scorpions hanging out and living in these rocks. And I went there a couple times years after as well, and they're still hanging out just in that area. They haven't seemed to have branched out any further, but they're Arizona bark scorpions, from what I can tell, which are the more poisonous ones. And since they're there, they could be in other places too. They could be somewhere else in my neighborhood. I just haven't seen them. And, supposedly there are coyotes in the neighborhood every once in a while because the HOA posts flyers saying that. I've never seen one. Giant desert centipede? Oh my god, that sounds so nasty. No. When I was younger, my dad worked in the oil fields his whole life pretty much. When I was younger, he got bit by a brown recluse spider that was hanging out in his boots, his work boots, apparently. And I remember seeing pictures of it. I don't really remember it when it happened, but it basically started turning all kinds of different colors, and it became like a big deal. You had to go to the hospital, and it was just like necrotizing, or whatever you want to call it. The flesh was dying off on his leg. And I guess he learned to check his boots after that. I don't like spiders. And with the brown recluse, if you get bit by them once, you're more likely to get bit by them again because they leave some chemical in them that attracts other brown recluse spiders um, to attack you again. When I was in that rehab program, I met this guy who we called Three Finger Steve, and he had lost one of his fingers. I think it was this one when he was homeless because he got bit by a brown recluse spider, and he lost his finger due to it. They had to amputate it, and yeah, it was a nasty spider. I don't think I've ever seen one in person. But, I don't want to. I hate spiders. Spiders freak me out, man. I don't like them. I just really don't like insects in general. Sorry, I'm in chill mode. I feel really relaxed. Wow, that sounds nice. They're a lot. I assume, like, from what I've seen of them in videos, like on YouTube, they're a lot bigger than I thought they were. The moose or mises. No, right? They're freaking huge. That sounds cool. I'd be afraid of the mooses though. No, I haven't. There's a lot of areas around here that there's like burros or donkeys. They're super cute, man. They're so cute. They're adorable. And I feel bad. Like, my girlfriend and I were, like, in like 2018 or so, we are going to Mount Charleston, and they had these signs on the road going up the mountain. It says, like, watch out for the burros. And we were being extra cautious. And we were going up, like, as the sun was going down. And we didn't spend too long up there. But by the time, we got there, the sun went down, and the time we started leaving, it was dark. And we were coming down the hill at night, and we were still seeing those signs and trying to be careful. And I just remember we were coming down the hill doing like 45 or 50 miles an hour, the speed limit. And I saw some burrows on the right hand side of the road. It's a 2 lane road, one lane in each direction. And there was like 2 or 3 burrows just barely off the right hand side of the road. And I told my girlfriend, like there's some burrows over there, like just so that she knew, like to like watch out in case they like made a move and went for the road. And right as soon as I said that, like she hit a burrow. Like I didn't see it at all. And she didn't see it either. It happened so fast. I didn't see it. Like I was too busy focusing on the ones off the side of the road, like really, because I was concerned. Like I think they're adorable. I didn't want to hit them. I was too focused on that, and I guess I took her attention away from being in the lane that she didn't see it either. And I she went silent immediately, like didn't hit the brakes or nothing. It was just like boom, and it was like this slight slowdown, but she had like a one of those bumpers on it that's kind of angled. It's for like cattle, and it just pushed it down. That's what it's made for. And it like pushed it down underneath the Jeep. If we didn't have that, it probably would have gone over the hood and into the windshield. But I just told her don't stop. I told her just keep going, don't stop. There's nothing you can do. Like I can't help it, and you can't help it. Like there's no way it's gonna survive. And there's nothing we can do. I don't know. We felt bad and talked about it for a long time. There's nothing either of us could have done. And really messed me up. Oh man. Anyways, I'm sorry. Oh, enjoy the hay. Sounds itchy and uncomfortable. The UK office. Oh, that sounds interesting. I like the American office. You love to see me sleep. You're funny. Apparently, I've done that before. Somebody mentioned that a couple of days ago. I've done so many different things over the years. Like, I stopped streaming for 5 years. I'm just now getting back into it. I've been doing it for about a week as of today. So I don't know where things are going to go. Well, thank you. You're too kind. Appreciate it. Why? How did you find me, anyways? I've been trying to hide from you. I need to charge my phone. No, I haven't. I need to look under the bed, but there's like only that much of a gap. So, like, he's probably not under there. Oh my gosh, that's so scary. What are those your suppositories? Or did you already take those? Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. You mentioned the other day you asked your doctor to switch everything to suppository form. I'm sorry. My bad. What? That's crazy. Because I do the same thing, actually. Yeah, I thought about like writing it as the Boogeyman, but then it'd be a completely different scenario. I'd be having to play some like funk music. So. You're funny. Magic beans. Oh yeah. Sounds like a worthwhile investment. Okay. And it's like, what? Okay. Anyway, interesting. Yeah, some strange old man said he wanted to give me an everlasting gobstopper. Turns out it was just his penis. He tricked me. Well, you're funny. You're so fucking hilarious. I lost my mind. What do you guys want to talk about? I don't want to bore you to death. I'm pretty good at that. I think you guys are already dead. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. Why the sad face? I don't know what I'm doing. Getting kind of sleepy though. Whoa. Starting to fall asleep. I don't mean to let you down. I'm probably gonna go in a few minutes. I'm just getting tired. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna log off. I've had fun, but it seems like I'm slowing down, you're slowing down. I don't know what to say. I'm not going anywhere in the long run. I'll be back tomorrow to stream again. I really appreciate you guys being here and hanging out with me and talking, telling me about your stories in your life, listening to me. And it's a lot of fun. It means a lot. So I hope you have a good day or night wherever you're at. And I will see you tomorrow. Thank you guys. Bye.